have so many things to update you guys on. Period is back, feeling good. We still have cardio in the rotation. The game plan for off season, how my physique is looking. Satisfied is where we want to be. Keeping the habits is key. We're gonna come back bigger and better. I'm super pumped.
It's game time and I'm up one. Name something I ain't done. Name a body that's my type. Air Jordan, I'll take flight. I'm next level, I'm franchise.
To our winner, Julia Rene.
Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another video. This is off season. I am so excited to be back filming again and just like take you guys along with my day, because I haven't picked up the camera to do this since my show day. So I have so many things to update you guys on, like the game plan for off season, how my physique is looking, how my health is, my body is feeling, my mind is feeling, my new training protocol, nutrition, everything. So right now I'm actually just kind of waking up my face a little bit before we go and do some cardio, because we do still have cardio in our protocol. I love this thing so much. So you fill it up at the top with water, this little tiny hole, and then you put it in the freezer. It's so much better. I got one from my mom. And I've also been I have so much to update you on because I haven't seen you in a long time. Skincare, makeup, all the things. I also been doing cupping to my face. I know this sounds crazy, so you guys know how I do cupping on my back, but I got little cups to do on my face, so I'm gonna show you guys how I do it. But I think it was before my last competition, I went and got a facial from my amazing facial lady, Savannah, and she used them on me because my face was carrying a lot of water, and it was insane. Like, she did like a lymphatic drainage on me, on my face, and I could literally feel the whatever was draining, like drain to my ear and my neck. It was crazy. So basically, we're gonna be spending the day together I'm gonna go over food, training, like all of the things. So it's gonna be a really exciting video. I'm gonna put the Superfood Skin Drip. I love this stuff by Youth by the People. It's just makes your skin look so beautiful and glowy. And Youth to the People was so kind, and they always send me stuff, and their products are so good. So I put this on first. So then with the little cups, you want to like drain everything up and down into your neck. So you literally squeeze it and it sticks to you. And then don't keep it on too long because it'll definitely make a mark. And then you glide. It doesn't hurt at all. It actually feels really good. Glide it down the neck. Grab. I'm doing what my facial lady was doing. I always like see what, the flow in which she does things, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that. Okay guys, so I have my posing suit on, and today's actually check-in day with my coach, because one thing that I learned, if I really wanted to take bodybuilding as seriously and compete at the level in which I want, I need to be working with my coach throughout the entire season. That's one thing at the very beginning of my career that I didn't do. And the off season is, I don't even like to call it off season, I like to call it improvement season, because you're not ever off. Because the improvement season is where you take all of the feedback, you get healthy again, like you find balance, and you come back better. If it wasn't for the improvement season, the on season wouldn't even be possible. So I still check in with my coach, we're still going through a process of reverse dieting, getting healthy again, getting my period back, which I'll talk about as well, and getting some blood work done to make sure that I am right on point, and because it's a very extreme sport, I put my body through a lot. So I want you guys to see how my physique has changed in these past couple of weeks. So this is how we're looking. cute my cardio fit is. Okay, I'm wearing the new Buff Bunny Lift Like a Lady collection. So I have the collagen sports bra on, this and the collagen leggings. This is like the perfect set for cardio, like more high, like things where you're moving a lot because everything is just like locked in. And then I'm wearing the thread zip up hoodie. Oh my God, it is so comfortable. And the collagen leggings, like they really have that snap. I just scared vision with that. And I've been wearing I've been trying to wear more like cute little fits because I have so many cute little fits, like even to cardio in the morning, because I'm gonna be honest, there's been times where I just don't want to go and do cardio. Like when you've been, pushing for months on end, like there's times post show where you're like, I just don't wanna. You're like, I've been doing it for so long, I don't wanna. So for me, I'm like, if I put on a cute little outfit, do my little skincare in the morning and kind of make it more than what it is, then I'm more excited to go do cardio. So we still have cardio in the rotation. Just now we're doing 30 minutes steady state Stairmaster. I can choose whatever cardio I want to do. 5 days a week, when you guys know, like at the height of my cut where we were really trying to get off the most fat, was 50 minutes, 50, 5 times a week. So this is a significant drop. And this is something that I keep in year round for a number of different reasons. And I encourage you guys to keep cardio in your routine however you like to. Not only for your heart health, but also for but also in your improvement season, cardio helps you so much because you're at the gym and you're pushing a ton of weight. And a lot of times what gives out first is not your strength, it's actually like your cardio. So say you're at the bottom of the squat and you're just like wheezing. I have done improvement seasons without cardio and with cardio to see the difference. And the difference with cardio is insanely better. Plus, helps maintain a good healthy body fat. Plus, it'll make it easier for you next time you start another cut to start implementing cardio, and you don't have to start from square one and do 5 minutes and feel like you're dying. So we're doing 30 minutes. You ready to wake up, baby Loki? You ready? There you are. Hi, little baby. Good morning. So, what I have found with plenty of off seasons, improvement seasons that I've been through, is that keeping the habits that you had that got you to the physique is key. Because a lot of the times the habits start dropping. You stop doing your journaling, your morning routine, you stop waking up on time, you stop setting out your clothes to go to the gym and drinking your water and, eating healthy foods. So I still, in my head, I'm like, I am still keeping all of these things because they make me feel so good. So I'm still waking up in the morning, I'm journaling, I'm making my breakfast. And this is truly how I have been able to maintain this kind of a lifestyle long term because I love doing this stuff. It just might adjust a little bit when I go into my improvement season. I'm eating more food. I don't have to wake up as early because I don't have so much cardio to do. And this morning when I did my weight, because I forgot to tell you guys how much I weigh now. So show day morning of my last show, I believe we hit 129 or I think we were 128 point something, I can't remember. And obviously that's the lightest that I have ever weighed since the very beginning that I started competing and everything, before I had the amount of muscle that I have now. And I was 132.4 this morning, which is incredible. I've been able to maintain that, so that's let's see, I don't know, a couple pounds pounds more, but obviously it's not realistic for me to be my stage, like show day morning weight, because we're cutting water, like that's the extreme version. Usually I'm sitting more around like the 145 kind of area in my improvement season, maybe like even 150 or so. So I still am in a really good weight. And the goal with this reverse diet is to not maintain this physique exactly, because that's not gonna happen, but manage the amount of weight gain that happens so that it doesn't happen too rapidly, which we'll go over when we go into the nutrition aspect of improvement season. So as a part of like my morning, cardio routine, a couple of times a week, I will add in, like I'll always do is just like a little bit of stretching either before and after, just like a little mini, kind of like a yoga flow, and some core work. So one of my the feedback that I got from the RGV was they were like, your waist came down so much since last season, like it's perfect, keep it as tight as it is. So the truth is, like, I don't do any ab workouts that require me to add any weight. It's all body weight. So I'm doing things like vacuums, like boat holds, leg curls, because I don't want to do anything that's going to like make my waist look like wider or my abs to be more blocky. Like I still want it to be really small. And so that's really what I've been doing. So those have been some of my favorite things. So of course, like I'm doing my vacuums consistently, and that helps. Like just that alone makes such a big difference. So I want to show y'all a little bit in case you haven't seen, but there are easier ways to start doing it if you're not used to doing it. It's something that you have to like get the mind to muscle connection down, and it can be difficult at first, but first like try and just lay down, and I want you to imagine that your belly button is going to like your back. So you're gonna let all the air out. I personally like to have my hands like over my head. Let all the air out, and then belly button to back. And I will kind of like touch it to kind of tell me like, okay, bring this in, bring this in. Just hold it as long as you can. And then if it's only 10 seconds, like let's do like 3 sets of 10 seconds. And then next week, if it's like 12 seconds, 3 sets of 12 seconds. Okay guys, I just got back in the car and look what was on my door. A ducky. So I have a Jeep, if you guys didn't know that already, but in the Jeep community, there's this thing that we do called like ducking. And if you see a Jeep like that you like, then you put a little duck on their door. And I have like tons of them like here in my glove compartment for whenever I see a Jeep and I could put a little ducky on it. So I got a little ducky. And every time you get one, my mom and dad also have Jeeps. So like anytime that we get one, you know, we send pictures to each other and it's like a competition to see who can get the most. So we're gonna go home. I'm gonna shower really quick. It's still a little early, so I'm gonna shower and then go eat. And we're gonna go over my nutrition game plan for my reverse diet. And honestly, I have just been keeping it pretty simple. I just loved my refeed day breakfast so much that we brought it back. I got my 2 slices of toast and my honey and everything, and that's what I've been having. So, and I look forward to it every single day. And like I was telling you guys before, I'm trying to keep like the same habits. And one thing that does happen after prep is that you get so used to eating so clean and the very specific foods that when you start implementing like a lot of like processed stuff, like your gut just doesn't know how to handle it. And that's kind of what was happening to me at first. So we're sticking with like a calories and macros approach instead of a meal plan. So I get to fill them however I want, but I still do the same thing that I always do. And that's, I take my calories and macros, I fill them, I create a meal plan, I have my training day calories and my rest day calories, which are like moderate calories on training days and then lower on my rest days because activity level isn't as high. And I make a meal plan of my own and I stick it right here on the fridge so that I see it. I'm still measuring things. It's keeping all of the same habits. I'm just now eating more food. These two together have been such a good combination. They're delicious on the eggs. And so we got our sourdough toast, we got our berries, egg whites, and 1 full egg, some avocado, and then I'm gonna put the green salsa. I'm actually gonna need some more of this because I've been using it so much. Green pepper salsa, and then the original Cholula. And then I just need to measure my honey for my toast. Guys, we got our brekkie. You don't know how excited I get now just to eat this, and I'm sure like eventually maybe I'll get bored of it and like switch it for something else. So when I'm in season, I just stick to the exact meal plan that my coach has me do. And then when I'm in my off season, improvement season, I switch to calories and macros. And then I create my own meal plan so I can add some, you know, different stuff in. For me, it like helps me kind of switch. It's like a trigger for me that lets me know, okay, when we do coach's meal plan, we're on prep. We can figure out very quickly if there's something that is off because I'm eating those exact things versus if I'm eating doing my calories and macros and I'm having a bunch of different foods a day, it's hard to track what thing could be, you know, maybe ruining my digestion or something like that. So that's the game plan for reverse dieting. So what we have done so far is, first when I checked in with my coach post-show, we did our first bump in calories on my training days and my rest days. And then we let that run for, it was basically 2 weeks, which was perfect. And I was maintaining a really good weight, like between that like 131, 132. And then my last week's check-in, we bumped the calories again. So putting our foot on the gas just a little bit at a time, because if I just started eating whatever I wanted, or even if I went from the low calories I was eating all the way up to my maintenance, which is like 2,300, I would put on weight very, very quickly. And that's what reverse dieting is. And so if you guys are ever, you know, coming out of a cut, you want to slowly start increasing your calories from that calorie count that you ended your cut with, slowly monitoring your weight. If you find that you are putting on weight too quickly, then maybe the calories are too high, too much at first. And it is normal to like put on some pounds once you start eating more food, like it's normal. So that's where we're at right now. Once Coach does my little check-in today, I have a feeling that we'll probably run with these calories again for another week before upping them again, but everything is going so well. All right guys, so I just finished a little posing session with a client and I got my check-in back from my coach, and like I suspected, we're gonna be running with this nutrition, like the calorie count for another week. And he's like so happy that I got my period back and everything, which is great. So what we're going to do is the next time that I get my period, because I'm gonna start like retracking everything during my luteal phase of that month, which is the next month, we're going to get blood work done to double check that everything is good. And this is like the routine that we've been following for years to make sure that I'm staying healthy. And something that I really wanted to touch on along with like getting my period back and stuff, which is good, is that like when I push to that level of like training physically and low calories, like sometimes like you will lose your period, and having a period is such a good sign of hormonal health, good hormonal health for women. So getting it back is like the number one focus that we use. And the two products that I use, oh, I was like, what is going on? I just got a notification. The two products that I use to help with that process is Buff Chicks Flourish. Love that stuff. Amazing. Using it consistently. I take 2 pills. That's the serving size every night. And then also I have a vial of like chasteberry. I always say it wrong. I don't know how to say it. Chasteberry that's implemented in every night. And this has been what I have done the past 2 off seasons to help me get my period back. And this is just what worked for me personally. But yeah, another thing that happens when you diet is that your hunger hormones are like all out of whack. So there's leptin and then there's ghrelin. Leptin is like, think of it as your I'm full signal, and then ghrelin is the like I'm hungry signal. So when you're dieting and like you're cutting like for a bodybuilding show, you're not really listening to these hunger signals that often. So whenever you are fed more food and you go have more freedom, that's why you have that feeling of just like endless bottomless pit of hunger. That's the ghrelin talking. And I love how they gave ghrelin a gremlin type name, because that's what it feels like sometimes. So for me, I've had to be super mindful when I'm sitting down for meals, and like maybe I do have a fun meal and taking time to eat very slowly and push my plate away for a second so that my, you know, stomach can catch up, because sometimes your mind is like just eat, and then your stomach is like, we haven't even had time to process if we are satiated yet. So that is definitely something that has been prominent, you know, in this reverse diet, but I've been managing it so well because of just all of the years of work that I have done, bettering my relationship with food, to where like I can now recognize like, oh, Julia, you're kind of going a little unconscious around food, you know, you're just eating, and you're not thinking of it, and then I make a point to stop, to put whatever it is down, press the plate away, and then if I'm still hungry, then okay, I'm gonna come back for it. But if I'm satisfied, and this is the key, is that satisfied is where we want to be. We don't want to be starving. We don't also want to be stuffed. We want to be satisfied. But some of these, you know, cues that we have within our body, we stop knowing the difference. I know for me, when I was struggling a lot with my relationship with food, it's almost as if I wasn't stuffed, then I wasn't satisfied at all, which is not true. So I just want to share a little bit of that with you guys, and you know, I will continue to share that stuff with you as we go through this. But period is back, feeling good, being way more mindful with food and being very intentional. Speaking of which, I need to eat. Okay, y'all, it's time for my pre-workout meal. Today, I was in the mood for oats. I think I'm actually going to switch my meal plan up that I make with my, you know, calories and macros, because I kind of like something sweet-ish for my pre-workout, like oats or like cream of rice or something like that. So I have my oats right here. The only thing that I'm really put in it is, this is the key, salt, cinnamon, and Splenda. So I love my Buff Chick Fudge Brownie protein. So I don't really like protein powder mixed in with oats. I don't know why, even if it's like the best flavor like the Buff Chick is, because it's seriously so good. Code Julia Rene for 10% off. I like to have it separate from my oats. I don't know why, I just do. Maybe someday I will end up liking it, but I'm just gonna chug this separately. You know what? This is a little dry, so I'm just gonna do a little bit of that. Maybe I just made a new invention. So it'll get like a little bit of the chocolatey flavor, but not too much. I accidentally grabbed nutmeg instead of cinnamon. And if you put too much nutmeg, it doesn't taste that great, but still good. So what I'm gonna do, I am eating now, and then I'm going to change, go to the chiropractor, because I haven't gone to the chiropractor since my last show, and he texted me and was like, you need to come in. I was like, I know. So my combo right now has been the Buff Chick Pink Lemonade, which is a new flavor that launched, and then a scoop of creatine. I brought creatine back into my rotation, and I am so happy I did. Helps with power output and strength in the gym, and like helping you not have that crash, you know, during your workout. Free energy, focus, if you really just want to like your workouts like hardcore. So I did a scoop of the pre, a scoop of the creatine, so I'm gonna have that mixed up and everything ready to go, so that right after the chiropractor, I can just go straight to the gym. And we're going to a new gym today. I've been there before, but it's a super cool Gold's gym. That one that Kendall and I did a few videos ago. I'm gonna go there today because I have a new leg program and I need the equipment that's there. All right, chiropractor is complete. And the cool thing is, like, obviously I was seeing Dr. Jacques like once a week and getting massages like once a week when I was in prep, just because of like how much it is on my body, and he can tell such a difference in like my body and how it's feeling. Hold on. Just from, you know, reducing cardio, not going through back-to-back peak weeks, like all of the things. So now if my back is still feeling as good as it's feeling right now, I just need to come and see him like once a month. So I will still be on a recovery schedule, but now I can do it like not every single week. And that's kind of cool, you know? So I got my pre-workout. We're gonna, y'all know, all the girlies know, if you lick the lid so that when you pour, it doesn't get dripped on your makeup. So we're gonna sip our pre-workout, head to the gym. Exciting news about my training program. So, whoa. Ooh, the pink lemonade is sour. I love it. If you haven't watched the video of me and Brooke, my new wellness bestie, go and watch it. It's incredible. Most insane glute pump I've had almost ever or in a long time. And I have been looking for somebody that I want to like take over my training protocol that is tailored towards like the wellness division, that knows the wellness division, what they're looking for, and that I can like check in with, just like I do with my bodybuilding like prep coach. I wanted like more attention to detail when it came to like my training and stuff like that. And I trained with her, and I've been like kind of sitting on trying to decide who for a long time, and nothing was like perfect, you know? And I trained with her, and I'm like, this is it. Not only does she know the division, she also has an incredible physique, has been able to grow her glutes an insane amount. She's beaten me at shows. She's an incredible athlete, very knowledgeable, and she's seen my physique. We literally competed in all 4 shows together, and she knows what I look like, my feedback. She knows what they're looking for. So I was like, you're it. I was like, whatever it costs, I pay you. Like, I want this. So I'm actually on day 2 now of my training program with Brooke, and I'm so excited. So today what we're doing is like our first phase is, she calls it the mind to muscle connection phase. So she says her main priority is to establish like the form of these things, mind to muscle connection, range of motion, like tempo. This is amazing because this is all stuff that I do with like the first 4 weeks of my clients, because it's like you're understanding the workout program, you're nailing down the form, you're making sure you're feeling it in the right areas, and then you start mastering it. So today we are doing our second leg day of the week, which is hamstrings and upper glutes. And the reason I'm going to a different gym is because there's certain machines that aren't at my gym. So there's a chance that at least once a week I'll have to go and train at a different gym, which is no problem. I can definitely do that because I want to make sure that I have these specific equipment in order to do this workout. So I'll see you at the gym. For today's workout, I started with using a tension release ball to unlock my upper glute on both sides before starting my leg day. This is something that we did in Brooke's workout, and I really, really liked it, and I highly, highly recommend it. After that, I moved into my first workout, which was lying 1.5 leg curls. So for these, I'm doing 3 sets of 12 reps, and the pattern goes like this. We start at the bottom, come all the way up, squeeze, come halfway down, pause, then come all the way up, squeeze. That is 1 rep. Then I moved into a stiff leg deadlift with a triangle attachment on the belt squat. So for these, I have a slight turn in with my toes, and I'm digging them into the platform. Roll your shoulders back, engage your lats, keep a small bend in the knee to avoid any locking out, and just imagine you're pushing your booty back to the wall behind you so that you can feel that full stretch in the hamstrings. We're doing 3 sets of 12 here, and then we're gonna move on to the machine that I came to this gym for, and that is the vertical leg press. I love this machine so much that I drove 30 minutes just to see it. For these, I had a slight turnout with my toes, and I made sure that I got fully under the machine before I started pushing weight. So when I'm pushing the weight back up, I'm imagining that I'm using only my hamstrings to get the weight up. This helps me with my mind to muscle connection, and we're completing 3 sets of 12 here. Then I moved into a superset of seated hamstring curls and partials. So I adjusted the machine so that my feet were higher so that I can have full range of motion. Sometimes the machines are set too low where your feet is not all the way at the top, and that range of motion is honestly just crap. So I did 12 normal reps. Then immediately after that, I did 12 partial reps focusing on the top of the movement. Then we moved over to standing abductions because the seated abductions was taken, and this wasn't exactly what I had on my program, but the gym didn't have a lot of the abduction machines. So it was good either way. We did 3 sets of 12 here, and my booty was pretty toasted. Oh my God, y'all. I'm so tired. It was such a long drive home since I went to that different gym. Oh, okay. Man. It's just crazy too, like when you start a new workout program, like I found myself, I was getting like frustrated only because it's something that's new, and I'm like, I'm still mastering it, getting some new form down and stuff like that, and also going to a new gym and figuring out where everything is, so it takes me a little bit longer, but probably next week when I go again, I'm gonna get better flow down. But I love my workout. It was definitely more, ham focused, which is good because that's what I need. And then I have one that's a little bit more like glute focused. So you guys will be able to see probably all of these workouts and stuff like that. And I'm really loving it. I wasn't able to do my abductions the way that I wanted to with the band like I did in the video with Brooke, because the one that I wanted was taken. And for some reason they have like an excess of like every other machine, but they only have one traditional abduction machine and the other one was standing. So I was like, okay, I'll just do the standing one and still, hit the same muscle. It's not going to be the exact same machine. I won't be able to use the band, but it's okay. So it was a good workout all in all, and I'm sure that I'm going to continue to get better and better. I'm already starting to feel sore. It's crazy. And I'm like, I just got home. Hello guys, it is the next morning. So I was so exhausted yesterday. So I basically like passed out after eating my last meal of the day. And there are some days where I'm still waking up at like 3 or 4 in the morning and I'm like ready to go. So y'all remember when I was on prep how my body was just waking me up at that time, and then I was so tired during the day from like all of the, physical activity. My hair looks crazy right now. From all the physical activity I was doing and the little calories and yada, 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 that I would take a nappy. And one of the things that I'm like going to keep in my rotation, if I can, is my nappy. Right before my like pre-workout meal, taking that, like, even if I don't sleep, just taking a moment to like lay horizontally, even if I'm just like meditating or whatever, and just like giving my body some rest. But I was just too busy yesterday with some clients, some posing, YouTube content, stuff like that, and I missed it. And so I was just super tired in the evening, but I feel like we went over almost everything, guys. Like training, nutrition, blood work will be next month for the luteal phase of my period, but I am super excited about this improvement season because like I have to come back with the adjustments made. Like I have to, especially with the new Olympia qualification system. It's making it that much more challenging to qualify for the Olympia. So you no longer can just qualify by winning a pro show. It's like certain pro shows, if you win it, then you get qualified. Then the rest, it's just whoever has the most points racked up at the end of the season. Of course, like the Olympians, if they place top 3, they automatically qualify, stuff like that. So I have to come back next season and be unfreaking deniable. So I am going to be taking that level of like focus and detail that I have when I am on season into this improvement season, where, you know, I still have more flexibility with food and I have more time to do, you know, fun things and spend time with my friends, and like the holidays are coming. But as far as like tracking my progress in the gym, like this is going to be my #1 focus. So one thing that really helps me, and I hope that this can help you too, because a lot of people do struggle with, me included, moving from like a cutting phase into more of like a building phase, because the metric in which you are gauging success changes to where you're not really focusing on the scale weight, or, you know, your waist going down, or like visuals like you're seeing in the mirror, progress photos of your body changing. When you're going into a building phase, like, and your goal is to put on muscle mass, you can't just look in the mirror and be like, oh, my quads are bigger, versus you can look in the mirror and be like, oh my God, like my waist is getting tighter. So what I have done in my improvement seasons that's really helped me is shift my focus from being physique focused to being performance based. So now, instead of like obsessing of like, you know, how I am looking so that I look the best that I can on stage, my metric for success now, and like something that keeps me, you know, headed towards that goal, is my strength in the gym, like hitting, you know, still hitting my meals. How am I feeling in my workouts? Tracking my progress in the gym, nailing down my form, like stuff like that. You know, this is stuff that I do on season, of course, but in the off season, I need like a new metric for success, like a new goal. And I know there's a lot of people that kind of are like, well, like, how do I know if I'm doing a good job? Or like, you know, I can't see any of the progress, you know, because you can't see like muscle stacked on your booty in like a couple of weeks. So I hope that can help you guys too, but I'm really excited for this improvement season. This is Operation Glutes, Operation Hamstrings. We're gonna come back bigger and better, and I'm super pumped. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Comment down below what you guys want to see in this improvement season. And as always, I love you all so much. You're more powerful.